Welcome back to Tabletop 24. We're back on the UKGE show floor. I'm with Bree, who is Director of Marketing for the English markets of Lucky Duck Games. And we've been catching up about the 2 new titles that are working on over the weekend and also some new accessories. So, yes. Take the floor.
So we've got Sherlock Case Connection, one of our 2 new releases at UK Games Expo. Sherlock Case Connection is a competitive puzzle game for 2 to 4 players. So players are competing to complete their plot cards by collecting thread cards and connecting them with proof tokens. They're racing to be the fastest to 9 points by visiting locations and collecting those items and kind of building their theory of the crime. Mm-hmm. There aren't individual cases to solve. This is strictly a puzzle game, and it is competitive. So everybody's building their own theory of each crime, trying to solve them, scoring them, drawing a new one, solving that one, scoring it, and trying to be the first to 9 to trigger the end of the game.
Yeah.
In Pocket Detective, you've got 3 cases to solve in one box. Each case is in a deck of cards. So each deck of cards has its own set of instructions on the first 3 or 4 cards. And those instructions will also tell you how to set up the deck. So you'll be splitting each deck up into several smaller decks, and each of those decks on the backs will have maybe the picture of a building. That will be the location that you'll be visiting when you draw cards from that deck. So as you're investigating the crime, it might tell you to go to this person's house or this building within the university, and you'll draw cards from the appropriate deck to visit the location and learn more about that person or that location, visit that crime scene, gather evidence to figure out, again, your theory of the crime. And for example, in the first case, when you feel like you're ready to solve it, you have a stack of cards for the DA's office. So when you feel like you know what happened, that's when you decide to visit the DA's office to give your report. And you'll go through that series of questions within those cards to figure out if you've answered and solved the case.
So that sounds brilliant. And it's almost like you've got that whole sort of building that world of what you're going to know. Assumably, you're going to be picking up different types of clues as you go through.
Yep.
So that sounds great.
Exactly. So, and as you play through, time is passing, which essentially determines your score at the end of the game. So you're never closed out of exploring every lead. You could potentially go down every single path and figure out every single real clue, red herring, little detail. But if you do that, you will, by the scoring rules of the game, get the lowest possible score. But you will know every detail of the story. If you're trying to get the highest possible score, you want to try to follow the details that are the most important to make sure that you're only following those leads and not the ones that might lower your score.
Brilliant. So that sounds great.
Yep.
And then,
so
you're really keen to...
Yes, I definitely want to tell you about X-Trays. So this is our new accessory line that we make in partnership with Game Trays. So you're probably familiar with Game Trays. You see them in a lot of crowdfunded games. They're made custom for those games. X-Trays are our game agnostic product line that they've made in partnership with us. So these are game agnostic component holders. So in a box you'd get 6 of these, 3 of them that are split in half, 3 of them that are not, and 6 lids. And these are terrific. They have these very satisfying snap. And then the lid doesn't come off if you don't want it to, but it's not hard to remove. But if you're not trying to take it off, it's going to stay put. So if you've got these in a game box, you can be confident that your components are not kind of going anywhere within the box. And when the lid is on one of these that's split in half, the components on the 2 separate sides are not going to mix together.
That's fantastic.
And
they just happen to be in our colours as well, which has absolutely nothing to do with it.
It's just, coincidence. So yes, they come 6 to a box. You get 6 lids, 3 of each split and not split for $14.99. And they come in black, white, and orange.
Yeah, no, they're fantastic.
And they're also now available in retail stores in this packaging.
Brilliant. That's great. So, obviously, release for these, obviously, UKGE, they wide release as well?
Yes.
Currently?
So they'll be available, if they're not available in your stores now, they should be there within a week, both UK and US.
Fantastic. So, Bree, thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Check out all the stuff that Lucky Duck does. If you haven't done so already, check out our other videos from the convention, and we will catch you next time. Take care.